Well, here we are getting ready to take your first test in MS Word. Um, what you want to do is you've got some files to download. I will make sure that you have the test instructions already printed, so you'll have those for you. But you want, but you'll want to go and download the two test files. So you have a report and a menu. To download these, you just click on the report and then open it. And when you're here, you want to just take it and save it using the test guidelines. And when you look at the test instructions, you'll see that you're supposed to take the report and name it test 1 report with your name after it, and the menu you take as test 1 menu with your name after it. So I'm going to name this now. I'm going to go right to my flash drive. I've already done this a few times, so there's a duplicate already in there, but I just want to give you the directions on how you would do it. I'm going to my school drive, going to Questa, CIS 210, and here's my tests. And see, there's my naming convention. This is for the report, and you want the same then for the menu. So you have two files that you'll be uploading to me when you're finished, and then you're going to replace this. Okay. I mean, I'm going to replace this. Okay, the first thing I need to look at are the next parts of the instructions, which I'm concerned with the format here. And I'm going to do MLA format and with the correct paragraph format, main headings, and side headings. And let's see what we've got in my OWL Purdue. Now, the OWL calls those side headings level B headings. So I'll try to put that in your instructions as well. But when you look here, you'll see that the whole thing is supposed to be double spaced and 12 points times New Roman. Okay, so I'm going to select my entire report and come in and select my report. I can do it with a Control A, but since you can't see my hands that way, I'm going to do it this way and just make sure that it's selected and do my double space. And then what I want to do is put my cursor right in front of that T in the main heading and hit enter one time. Now what that did is it made a space up here that I can use for the next section, which is the first page of an MLA style report is supposed to have my name, my professor, my course, and my date on it, and the date. So in this case, what I would do is I come over and I make it a left align, and I type in my name. And then I want the date. And the easiest way to do that is to go to Insert, Date and Time, choose the third option. That gives you month, day, year, and you click OK. Then you come up to the Home tab, and I don't like the paragraph marks, so I'm going to turn them off. Now, what I need to do next is to add my header. Remember, the page numbers begin with from the first page on, you type your name next to the page number. So that would be your last name next to the page number. So the easiest way to do this is to go into my headers. And so I can go into my insert header function. And I'm just going to go into edit header because I want it to be blank. Okay, so edit header, and I'm blank up there. And now I can go to my home tab and right align the text. Type in my last name, space, and I need to insert my page number. So I'm going to go to Insert, Page Number, and I want Current Position, and click on the plain number. And that just puts the number, and see, notice the second page got its page number as well. So now I want to get out of the header, and I just go to Design, Close the header. Now I'm back in my document. And here I want to look now at the headings. And I'm supposed to do a main heading, a title style, and it's got to be MLA format, and the side headings, heading 1 style, and revise it to MLA format. So I want to come into my main heading, make it title style, and look what happens, my goodness. But if I look at MLA format, it should be centered, 12 points, Times New Roman, no bold, underline, or italics. Okay, so let's come back and modify the style. So I'm going to go to modify. And here I am, I'm saying, okay, oh, that's got to be Times New Roman. It's got to be 12 points, and it's got to be centered. And let's go in and double check all my formats here. So I want to go into my paragraph format, and it's centered. That's good. Oh, line spacing is supposed to be double. Nothing before or after. Got it. And that looks good. Okay, let's come back and double check my font. Times New Roman, regular, 12 points, nothing special here. Click OK, and I'm ready to go. And it changes it for me. Okay. And so then next, what I'm doing is going through and doing the level B headings. So get over to this report and take a peek at level B headings. Oh my goodness, look at those. They are they're a different style font than the paper, and they're small caps. Okay, and it says the paragraph after the B header starts flush to the left. Okay, let's come back and look at that. Here's my level B heading. I've got a few of them, and they're all, if you read the report, you can see it's talking about different types of databases. So this is a relational database, that's an object-oriented database, and this is a multi-dimensional database. So that's what I want for my heading 1, but I've got to go through those format that it said to use. So I can come back and modify it, and it's heading 1, and I want to make it 14 points. It's got to be to the left. It should be the same color as the other. But when I come into format, I need to go to the font, make sure that it's small caps. That's okay here. I got that. All right. Now let's go back and look at format and the paragraph. No, that's got to be 0 there. So 0 on the spacing, double spacing is correct because everything needs to be double spaced throughout. And I click on OK. And now I've got what I'm supposed to have. So I know that heading. I can use that heading again by just selecting these and clicking on the heading, and it'll work. Or I could just use my format painter and grab it that way. Either way will work. Okay. Something looks funny though. That looks like the spacing's off. Let me double check that spacing again. Modify format. 14 points. Paragraph. It's double left. That's the way it's supposed to be. Or no, it's supposed to be double spaced. Okay. So maybe there's something else coming here. Let's look at this one. Paragraph, line spacing. No, I guess it's just it looks fine. It's just the an illusion. So let me come here first, and one thing I want to mention and that throws people off is look at this font, the way that it looks. It's a view. That's all it is. If I come back over to views and make this a page width view, see, it looks a lot more like the one that the OWL guys did. Okay. All right, so now the next step is to do the paragraphs. Now, remember when they talked about these level B headings, it says the paragraph after the B header is flush left to the left margin. Holy moly, what do they do that for? Okay, then they're indenting these others. So what I have to do here now is come in front of this first paragraph, hit the tab key, and then this one stays to the left because it's after one of those headings. That one stays to the left because it's after one of those headings. This one stays to the left. But this one does not. So I've got just 2 tabs in there. The rest of it, I can just save now, and I'm ready to go on to the next step. Let's see here. What is that? Test 1 instructions. Replace the word business and replace it with the correct spelling. So let's come up and see what we've got. I want to go to my home tab and do a replace. And this is what I would do is I type business with the Z in there and replace it with this one. And I just click on replace all. It finds it. And that one replacement was made, and then we close. If it was in there second place, it would have found that as well, but I only had it in one place. So next, it says to bullet the list. 5 items bulleted after the word categories in paragraph 2. Well, this is paragraph 2, and there's categories, so I'm going to take these 5 items and highlight them, and then I hit the bullets. And that's that one. Now I want to do my work cited, and I have 3 sources. See, I've got an article, a book, and a website. So I'm going to go in and start doing this first one, and I'll probably pause this so you don't have to see all the typing, but well, I can actually do it quickly this way. I'll just go in and do references, manage my sources. The first one is the article here. My author is here, and then I have the title. Obviously, I'm doing a copy and pasting, so you don't have to sit and watch me type. I'm just going to pause the video for a minute because there's one thing I want to show you about this one. Okay, so when you're looking at the instructions, what you'll see is that this one has these other options in there too: the year access, the month, the month, and the day. So where are they? They're underneath show bibliography fields. So then you can come down further and put that information in. There it is. And that is 2017, September. And the date is the 15th. And so I click OK. So there's my first reference. Next source is the book. Oops. So I go into new, I go to book, and I type in this author. Okay, when you look at this one, you'll realize this one doesn't have, if I needed the extra fields, I could get to them by clicking, but I don't need to because this is all the information that I was given. So I click again, OK. Now the next one is a little trickier because it has 2 authors. And so what I'm going to do is go through, and this one is a website, and put the 2 authors in, and this one is, the first author is Wang Jen Ho, and add her name, and the other one is Patel, A-R-I-S-A, Doll, add her name, and there's just the 2. Oops, I made an error on this one. So what do? I need to edit it. Edit. Looks like I have to retype it because I made that error. So it would be and M-A-R-I-S-A and B-E-L. Got it. And OK. Now I'm down to the article name or the website. The year is 2017, and the month is September, and the medium was the web. The year accessed was 2017. And okay, you're assessed, I guess. Anyway, so here we go as we click on OK. I'm good with this one. And all I have to do is close it now. So I've got my references in there. The next part that I need to do is my footnote. And if you look here at the footnote, it's just a specific, it tells you what you need to put in, but it comes after the first sentence in paragraph 1. So let's come up to paragraph 1 and go to the first sentence, and it's just right after the period. So I'm in a reference and I'm inserting a footnote. Now here you should just start typing. Well, cute. Okay, there's your footnote. Now what I want to do next is to look at my instructions, because the first thing I need to do is a citation after the footnote. Because if I look at this, I'm still inside my footnote. But be careful here, because it's telling you after the footnote, the citation from Swimmer is a citation from Swimmer, but it does tell you if a citation is at the end of the sentence, make sure citations are inserted before the period. So this is a pretty tricky step right here. Okay, so I'm inside still my footnote, and I'm clicking inside the period, and then I want to do the citation. So I click in Insert, and I choose the Swimmer one. But now I've got a problem, because I want to suppress the author's name. So I want to come back to the citation option and choose the drop-down box, go into Edit Citation, put in the page number of the 15th, and suppress the author and the title, and click OK. And then click Away. Now, I'm still inside the footnote. I got to get out of it now, because I've got more things to do other places. So I need to click Away anywhere. And once I click Away, I'm out of the footnote. So be careful of that, because some people stay inside there and start hitting Enter and do all sorts of messy things. Okay, so now I want to be in paragraph 3. It's 1, 2, 3. It's this one. And it's after the word designs. I want to insert a citation for Mendez. So again, it's going to be before the period. I just insert my mouse, and then I go Insert Citation, and I choose Mendez. The last one is paragraph 4, which is here, and it's after the word user in the first paragraph, and that citation is for the other 2 people. So I'm going to come Citation, and it's Wang and Patel and Zoom. Okay, now I've finished that, and what I want to do now is to do my works cited. So here I am. I finished most of the report. It's right here. I'm at this stage right here on step 9, and now I want it's got to be on its own page, this works cited. So let's take a peek at this report and just do that through the Show Hide button again. And see, I have nothing below here. If I want to insert a page break, I can do that by inserting and just go to page break, and it will make a new page for me. I can also do the keystroke method, which is holding the control key and hitting the return button. So this is a real common one that most students make, is because they don't realize they can get to the next page by just inserting a page break, and they just hit enter until they get down there, and I'm going to mark you down every time if you do that. Okay, now let's go to the works cited format. Here in the works cited, I want to go to References, Bibliography again, and just choose the works cited option. And then what I do is I come up and I look at this and I see, that is not supposed to be the format for the title. They are a little bit off. So let's look at that. Come on down and see what the owl says. That's the notes. Here's the works cited. See, it's centered and it's still the Times New Roman. And it begins on a new page. You do not, the words, you center the words works cited without underlining, bolding, italicizing, and only one entry title to this page. Okay, so what's going on here? I'm looking at that. It automatically did that. So I want to come back in and look at the font here. Take off this, the small caps. And then I'm going to say use title style. For heaven's sakes, I'm going to take off that small caps again. That messed me up. It should have been, okay, it's just supposed to be Times New Roman and centered. And I've got Times New Roman and it's centered and it's fine. Okay, there we go. So there's this particular, let's come in and do multiple pages so you can see what it looks like. Okay, there's your works cited. And the thing that's nice about doing a works cited like this, if you keep writing on this paper, and sometimes instructors will have you do that, you'll keep adding to the same paper, then it'll automatically do what works cited are supposed to do by it'll make the author's name in alphabetical order, and it will automatically set up everything for you. So that's the reason why you want to use those sources. Now let me turn off my show hide, and that gives you a full look of what this should look like. And you should be ready to go. So just save it. And now that one is ready to upload, but finish your menu first. So go on to the menu next, and you might want to watch that video as well. And then you're done. Okay, thank you. Have a nice day.